Hey guys, Mad Dog here, and I got M-Star with me. Today, we're going to be getting some of the bikes out, getting them ready for the summer. Not these though. These over here. We got ourselves the Yamaha Zuma and a Honda Ruckus. We're going to be talking a little bit about these, but first we got to get them out of the corner.
Alright, so I parked this, I don't know, a couple years ago. It was in perfect running order. I couldn't get the battery recently to charge back up, so we've smoked that from just leaving it in here and not taking care of it. And we should probably do a couple simple things, look it over, nut and bolt everything, do an oil change, check tire pressure, just make sure there's nothing obviously going to give us any problems. But I don't anticipate any real problems with this other than we're going to have to buy a battery.
So yeah, so our plan is get some batteries, some oil, check everything, and hopefully we'll get them cleaned up. You can see they're a little dirty, but that's just from sitting in the corner for a while. They look really nice. We'll get some good shots once we get them all cleaned up here. So we got our oil. We got a couple batteries here. It looks like we're going to have to assemble them, which in terms of battery assembly, all we're going to do is put the acid in, and then we're going to have to charge them before we can actually put them in the bike.
Okay, so we got it cleaned up. We got the new battery put in it. I'm going to do a proper introduction. This is Minimalist Prime. This is a 2013 Yamaha Zuma. It has, I don't know if we can get that in there or not, but it's 2302 for mileage. Now this scooter was bought new in 2013, and I rode it for a season. And then it got parked into the garage, and this where it's set until recently. So had to go down. In Indiana, we're required to put plates on them, so I had to go down and register it the other day so that we can ride it. I got that taken care of. I went ahead and plated it for 15 months because the way that my plates are going to fall, it wouldn't make any sense to get plates again in 3 months or whatever. And the total cost for that was $61.35 to put plates on this for 15 months.
So the Zuma doesn't have a side stand. It makes it a little inconvenient when you want to just toss down the side stand and run in somewhere real quick. You actually have to hassle with the center stand. It's not a huge problem, but it is a much bigger problem when you go to do your oil change and the oil pan won't fit where you need it to because the center stand's in the way. We'll have to come up with another solution for this problem.
This is a canyon dancer. If you own scooters or a motorcycle, this will make your life a lot easier. Buy one. Okay, so they're normally used for whenever you need to haul your motorcycle or scooter for tying them down. It just makes it a lot easier to tie them down. In this case, I'm going to pretend like nobody loves me enough to help me hold this thing while I do the oil. And I've just essentially stood it up via the rafter, and it's holding it in place for me so that I don't have to have the center stand. So along with the oil drain plug, you also need to take this off. This is your screen to catch any large debris. And if it goes anything like it did for me, you're going to have to fish this out of your oil tub and then reassemble it back the way it goes, like that. And you also need to pull the dipstick out so that you can release any vacuum that's in there. Make sure it empties out good. Alright, so we're just going to dump some Royal Purple 10W30 in this, and we'll be done. Okay, so we'll do a quick walk around and I'll show you a couple of the features of the scooter. The storage being one of the big things I wanted to show. It's got a lot of storage. For reference, here's a helmet, full face. It doesn't quite eat it, but real close. So you get quite a bit of room. You get a little storage compartment there. It'll hold a Mountain Dew bottle or your phone. Okay, so let's take it for a ride. Okay, so let me show you this real quick. Here's where the key goes in. There's supposed to be this bezel over the top of that. I'll show you this. It just slides on there like so to cover that up, and then it's got this that opens, this little magnet that opens that up. It's pretty slick. This fell off actually pretty early on. There was a little screw that's supposed to go through that to hold it on, and I'm gonna have to pull the plastics off to actually get to it, to get a screwdriver in there to put it back on. So one of the other minor little complaints is that screw came loose, and I can't remember which one, but I think maybe the back ones. At any rate, the turn signals loosened up, and I lost a screw out of those at one point. So minor complaints.
So primarily this scooter is going to be my transportation to and from work, my commuter. We've already touched on the under seat area, the storage. There's plenty of room for all this stuff that I need to take back and forth to work, so I won't have to wear a backpack. The seat on this is really comfortable, and the operation's just standard and straightforward. It handles fine. I don't have any real complaints about this at all. It'll do 40 miles an hour on flat level ground. There is a rev limiter, so once you hit 40, it doesn't go any faster regardless if you're going down a hill or not. Now, we're headed up 9th Street Hill out of downtown, and this is one of the longer, steeper pulls that I'm going to have to do on my commute. It's a 25 mile an hour zone, and the scooter, wide open, manages to hold 25 mile an hour. So we're right where we need to be to get this done. Couple little things about this. I dinged it a couple times in my earlier parts of the video about screws and this, that, and the other. And I don't have any real complaints about it though. I don't want to beat it up because I really do like this, and I think it's a really good all-around commuter. There is, in the past, all the scooters I've had have had a kickstart, which if your battery goes dead, at least you've got a alternative way to start it, and this does not have a Kickstarter, so that's can be a little bit of a deal. We've got a new battery in this one though, so it shouldn't be a problem for a while, and I suppose you could always jump start it in a pinch. Now we're riding along on relatively flat street now, and we're holding the speed limit just fine. It's at, I think, a 35 through here, and we're getting right along, keeping up with traffic. Stoplight to stoplight, it goes plenty quick. I mean, you're not going to race anybody on it, but if traffic's flowing the way that traffic flows, you won't have any problem holding anybody up. And touch on the gas mileage. I've never actually taken the gas mileage on this, but they claim something like, I think it's 126 miles to the gallon. I'd have to look it up to be sure, but yeah, it's right around, I think it is 126. Anyway, that's probably real close to the truth. I mean, I put gas in this thing and then I just forget about it for a long time. So it's awesome on gas, which is another reason it makes a really good commuter for me. Alright, well that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. I just wanted to kind of show us digging it out and going through, show you a couple of little things that we had to deal with and how we dealt with it. Appreciate you guys coming along. As always, like and subscribe. If you guys got any questions or comments or want to see anything else, put it down in the comment section. We're not going to get to the ruckus today, which we showed that early on in the video, and I'm just not going to have time to get it done right now, but at some point I'll put up a video about the ruckus as well. So thanks again.